but now that this group has been locked in, you know, this is for that top seed, and we really need, Renegades really wants to come out here and take that #1 seed.
And look at these nades that Naded is throwing here, trying to get connection on the enemy team sniper ramp, skillfully using the outside to make sure that none of that splash damage might take him out, but he does find opponents and opens up with a big double kill thrust to stay on the map as well. So good start here from Allegiance.
And that is the mark of an experienced player. Like those nades, every one of those nades was planned there, and he actually picks up a double kill with it.
Yep.
I didn't even see any other members of Allegiance at Snipe Tower side. Naded pretty much did that himself.
Right, and look, both flags are now out, so a bit of a standoff here, but it looks like Allegiance is getting the better of the slaying here, and Naded is going to go for that flag return. His flag carrier is back at the base, and Allegiance opens up with the first flag cap in under 45 seconds.
That was incredible. Renegades, this is definitely the Renegades that we saw against Team Liquid, not the one we saw against Epsilon. They are just such an aggressive team. They are constantly in your base. It's great plays here, just collapsing on Naded, and now we actually have them in the hands of Sniper with Spartan.
Right, Spartan trying to hit that no-scope there. He hits one body, and it's going to be cleaned up by Stellar, so a fantastic play from Spartan of Renegades, and it looks like Spartan and crew trying to set up here as that flag is being pulled, but hitting some good cross-map shots. But I have to say, the question that I had asked Elamite was, will we see Allegiance kind of put those setups in? And if we've learned anything, their opening rush was perfect, a 45-second cap, and Allegiance now looking to do the same. They're going to bring this flag in. Looks like no resistance yet. L-Town trying to bring it home, walks it in, and yes, indeed, in under a minute and a half, 2 caps, only 1 more to go. Allegiance is not messing around here.
Right, I'm amazed watching this. You know, I was looking at Renegades being such an aggressive team, but what Allegiance can do, and what they've been doing better than any other team here to this point, is countering that. You know, we've seen how Naded is able to rotate around the map with the sniper, and they don't need a perfect setup here. They can do whatever they need to do to win.
Yes, indeed. So they're looking good. We'll go back over to Spartan, still with the sniper rifle in hand, trying to lay down some shots on a player who's pushing him, but Kratos gets the better of him with an SMG. Now over to Kratos.
Absolutely here, and great positioning. I would like him to see him reload this sniper. He's only got 1 shot in the chamber, 2 to reload. Oh, but he picks up a perfect headshot and some great shots on top ER. Quick double kill out of him, and they're setting up and getting ready to push into Renegade's base now and potentially pull his 3rd flag cap.
And we have to give a shout out to Kratos. His stream is Kratos Ayala. That was not on his player profile card. He asked me to let people know exactly which stream is his. You can see him picking faces, and you can see more of that on his Twitch stream at home. They are up 2-0. They've slowed down a bit, but they still have complete control.
Right, and so far he had 3 shots left in this sniper. He's 2 for 2 on headshots. So interested to see what he does with this last one.
And look at that. He has Naded coming in to help as well. This flag run is coming across. If he had hit that shot, almost would have been secure. It still gets some great shots going down, though. Let's go ahead and go over to Ninja, who got a flagpole on the other side of the map. So Ninja and Renegades desperately trying to stay alive here. Only 1 more flag cap, and this Allegiance roster will win the game.
Right, they're trying to do what they can here, trying to get a flag run. Really disheartening for them to go down 2-0 so quick to start the game, but with that, the flag is still out.
Oh, and that's going to be it right there, and Allegiance is able to bring that back home. Look at this. Allegiance, of course, jumps up. I believe that was an under, I think, 4-minute match there in full time. So Allegiance with a really quick win. And we switched over to Kratos as he was cleaning out his base. So it looked like, their opponents here, Team Renegades, had tried to do some damage, but taking a look at the stats here, such a short game, right? Only 1 player to reach double digits, and that's Naded.
Right, great play out of him. That was a 3-minute, 25-second game. I think I mentioned this was the Renegades that came out against Liquid, but it's actually maybe starting to look like this was the Renegades that was out here against Epsilon.
It's even harsher words that are being spoken, but of course Allegiance looks good as well. We went over to Kratos on that last thing, and you know what, something I noticed there was Renegades, Ninja got the flagpole, right, and then another player came in and tried to stop it again, and they maybe could have waited just a little bit for each other, right, to try to stop that flag run, get the pull, stay alive, but the pressure was much too strong from Allegiance, and my goodness, do they ever look good. A 3-minute 25 match. To be clear, that game type generally takes much longer, right? To see teams feel each other out, we might be tied at 1-1 for a while. Allegiance did not let up. It was almost like the story was told, by the fact that they had almost 2 minutes where they didn't cap, and we were like, well, where are they going to cap? They've capped twice in a minute and a half. Where's this next one coming? They're able to pull it off. Looking at the scoreboard now in Group A, this is your last match. Winner will win the group. Allegiance wins 3-0. Game number 2 is going to be Truth Slayer. Now, I have to talk about this game type because we saw how Renegades played Truth yesterday, and they were very solid. Remember the 3-0 Team Liquid, and they had some great presence along the map. They understood exactly which positions to control. Is that going to be the Renegades that shows up here against Allegiance? I don't know. Coming out of game one, Allegiance looks so strong, right? They look really sharp.
They really, and they're looking, that was even more than I expected to see out of them. They're performing even better than I was initially predicting. And Twitter poll as well, it's like Allegiance just isn't going to be the favorite.
They're just not the favorite, right? We have far too many Ninja fans in the house and at home voting here for Renegades. As a reminder, you can tweet your answer with hashtag HaloWC and just tweet hashtag Allegiance or hashtag Renegades. Include those two, send it to @Halo, and you'll go ahead and appear on our poll results. We'd like to thank all of you joining us, whether you're watching on Twitch, MLG, Halo Channel, WatchESPN.com, ESPN3. Thank you for checking out the X Games Invitational. Bravo and Elamite here calling the action. We've had some fantastic matches of Halo, and there's still a lot more to come this weekend. This is the final match of Group A. The winner will get that first seed and be sitting pretty for tomorrow. As a reminder, we have some more matches coming up this evening yet as well. CLG will face Dream Team to find out exactly how Group B will be laid out.
Absolutely, and I am really excited for this Truth Slayer game as well. We saw how much Allegiance was able to outslay them in the previous game type, and I definitely want to see if they're going to be able to come out strong here. I like a lot of things Spartan does. He's a very sneaky player. He runs around, grabs his sword. He's constantly using other weapons and constantly pushing across the map.
That's right. I want to kick things off here on Truth Slayer with L-Town of Team Allegiance. Been seeing great things from him. Of course, a player that we really started to see more of in Halo 2 Anniversary, and now you see him on the top-seeded team. So his performance in the prior games has led him to the top seed here and off to a little first strike medal there. And what an interesting start here, right, to Truth Slayer. We're going to see exactly where that camo went. Let's go over to Kratos now. It did go to Allegiance. He's going to creep with this camo. This is probably the slowest start I've seen, Elamite, to this match, but it looks like that's some good work there from Renegades to eliminate the camo player. Now we'll go back over to Nated.
Right, and I was really, almost confused to start that game as you didn't have anyone from Renegades staying in window putting shots down. Basically, Kratos was able to put shots, pick up kills, and help his team grab camo.
Yeah, it almost felt like it was an uncontested camo as well. A bizarre delayed start there, but it looks like somehow Renegades has actually gotten the lead. I think, if I had to guess, it caught Allegiance a bit off guard, right? That little bit of delayed start. I'd love to talk to them after the match to find out if that was a different opening strat, because it sure as heck looked like one.
Right, and that was great out of Ninja here to help build that lead as well. He pushed out, got trapped by Camo Guy, had a great thrust to get away and stay alive and actually kill that camo. So huge play out of Ninja here previously to start this game.
And here we got Victory X on screen, I believe, rocking that Detroit beanie representing Michigan here. They're up by 2, 6-4 now, 6-5. Renegades, if they want to win this and get back in the series, they really need to keep the pressure on. And so far, they've been able to do that. But as a reminder, Allegiance is sticking right with them.
Right, yeah. The last game, they just weren't able to find their rhythm, weren't able to get any great flag pulls or any great setups there, and they're definitely wanting to make sure they make this game, this Truth Slayer, their pace.
That's right, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're controlling the match here. They're up by 2 kills. They have really great presence, right? They have this base window. They've got a player on pink. They've got a player on car, and right now they're in a good spot to keep them in the base, but keep in mind that camo is going to be coming up soon.
Right, and both of these teams, neither one is going to be pushing out too quickly. Nobody wants to give up any free deaths here, and Victory X controlling this window, having that BR on spawn, and helping his teammate. Wow, great shots from here across the map. He's also lucky he didn't actually betray his teammate.
That's right. That's exactly it. And we do have a listen-in ready with the Renegades. They're up by 6 kills here. We'll see if they can bounce back in this series on Truth TS, but Victory X finally falls. Let's go into a listen-in here with Renegades.
Stay alive, B. You have to stay alive.
Good, just chill.
Blue card, blue card.
One shot, blue card.
Weak.
Blue card.
2 points out, L-Town on the side.
Two weak, top blue.
2 card 2, one's 1 shot. There's 2 card 2.
Got one.
Kratos, Nate is weak.
You need to help Brayden. You need to help Brayden.
There's 2 in card 2, 2 in card 2.
Hit show.
I got two. Stay alive. I hear you.
I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive.
I'm in blue still.
Top red pushing me, Nated. He's on the P-Attic. P-Attic, 1 shot.
Hold on me.
In red.
Nated still here. Nated 1 shot, he's absolute. Underneath you, 1 shot, suspect on the car. 1 shot underneath you at red.
Yes, sir.
And then another OSB coming in from car. Keep booking red, because let's go. Part 2 red car. Suspect is 1 shot. There's 2. Don't push red. Wait, there's 2 in red. There's 2 in red.
I'm pushing pink. Red at car.
Red P-Attic, knows you're there, B.
Dude, you're pink 3, Nated.
Kratos is 1 shot in the street.
I got naded.
He's still 1 shot in the street. Kratos still 1 shot in the street. He's P2 full shields. The guy P2 full shields. Maybe 2 P3 cam. P2 and P3 stay alive cam. Red street. Red car. Yo, P go to P stay at car. Yo, someone come P. Someone come P. I'm here. Shot.
I'm here, P.
I'm here. P1. Kratos 1 shot. P1. Kratos 1 shot.
Absolute card 2.
I'm pink 3. Suspect there. I back down, Ninja. I'm 1 shot.
Top guard.
I'm 1 shot,
Push
Ninja.
that guy. Someone look at Brayden.
You're by yourself, Ninja. He fucking got me.
where is he?
He's hiding. He's weak. 2 P2. 3 P2. 3 P2.
Red flag.
2 pink street.
2 red window.
There's 2 pink street. Stay alive. L-Town's one. I got L-Town.
Another one.
On my corner. Oh my god.
Where? Red window. Help Brayden. He's weak to the right, Cam.
He's one shot to the back right. He's one shot.
Under red.
One shot all the
They're
way.
gonna spun
I'm pushing through P1.
They're gonna spun red.
There's 2 on P1 and 1 shot red P.
And this is really the Renegades that we were hoping to see come out in game number 2. We'll stay on board with Spartan the Dog through the respawn. You heard him getting really excited there. They're up by 5 kills. He picked up a double kill with that BR. But what I loved hearing from them was really the intensity, right? This is the communication. It almost sounds a lot like Allegiance when they're on fire. Really just calling out, being very intent on what they're watching. But it looks like, oh my goodness, the lunge is going to miss. And Spartan will grab the sword, so they will maintain their lead as well as the power weapon.
Right, and things are falling into place here now for Renegades. They started this game out so well. They had an 18-9 advantage to start that game. We were seeing some amazing plays out of Stellar. He's playing so well. Kratos, some great shots with that SMG.
And that's going to keep them in it, right? They're only down by 6. You cannot count Allegiance out at a time like this. The one thing I want to point out was that Spartan actually told Ninja right before Ninja, you heard him saying with the storm rifle, I want to push this guy. And right before he pushed in, the call out might have come a bit late, but Spartan let Ninja know you don't have any help. And that's such a crucial call out. You know, you need to know when you have players with you, when you don't, when you need to shoot the same player, when you need to back down. So those call outs are key, and that type of communication is going to get them the win. But Allegiance is trying to rally back here. Now they're down by 7.
Right, and I definitely want to highlight on that as well, because there's some really good points that you brought up, Bravo. That small talk is, you know, what we consider it in the gaming community. When you're actually working with teammates on what to do, where to go,
right.
whether or not you can help
just
someone.
barking callouts, right? Actually strategizing about where you're going. Do you have help? Do you need to back down, right? Things like when to drop the flag and shoot. All of that really, you know, is so valuable.
Too many teams fall into that the situation of just yelling out locations, but just calling out locations doesn't do anything for you as a team if nobody's in position and nobody's working together to kill those or work and collapse on those people.
That's right. And if I'm Renegades right now, I'm a little bit concerned, right? It's too close for comfort. We're only up by 5. Allegiance now has control of Pink Tower. They have multiple players there, and they're in a position to collapse here with L-Town as well. So I'm pretty nervous if I'm Renegades. They need to keep putting kills on the board, and here comes the push.
Right, and we're seeing some great plays out of Allegiance, never giving up in this game, keeping it close after that huge lead that Renegades built up to start the game. What Renegades needs to do here is they need to just make sure that they don't push and play too aggressive until they get an opportunity.
That's right, and right now the pressure is coming too strong. As you look at this, 28-31, now a 3-kill game. I believe they were just down by about 10, and you know Suspector, of course, setting up for that camo. He's going to desperately try to stay alive. Wisely sprints. His shields aren't going to recharge during that sprint, but he'll get to a safe location where they can. Look at the score. Allegiance has camo. It's 29-33. Still anyone's game here. Allegiance could go up, but right now, Team Renegades still holding on to the lead.
I'd say the slow pace game definitely favors Allegiance here, especially when they have camo. So this is something that Renegades is definitely going to be worried about. They want that chaotic, fast-paced game here on Truth.
That's right, and so look at the score, 35-30. Allegiance is only down by 6, but Renegades still has this fast-paced pressure, right? They're still putting kills on the board. They don't want to let the game slow down again, right? Because their opponents came within 3. So I love what I'm seeing here from Stellar. Still fantastic play from him throughout the entire match. In a moment, we'll go over to the other side, over to Allegiance to see exactly what's going on there. But right now, it looks like Stellar is throwing down the reversal there. Perfect grenade.
Just this kid is really impressing me right now. He's been playing this Truth Slayer game almost perfectly. I haven't seen anything that I'd really criticize from him right now. He's rotating across the map well. He's shooting well. Nades are great, like we just saw in that Splinter Nade reversal there. He's playing out of his mind.
You know, and we might stay here with Allegiance because with Renegades, because they're doing all the right things right now, as they still do have, it looks like, yes, weapons in hand, so they will be able to control this Pink Tower. 41-32 is the score. Allegiance needs to try to rally back if they can push out of the base, but it's not going to be easy. Like you said, specifically Stellar's rotations around the map and rotating around his team, and then look, just like that, right, able to stay alive is going to give his team the ability to push in. He's even going to flank out around and try to get the kill. Let's finally go back on board here with Allegiance. They're down 35-43. Let's head into a quick listen in to see how they settle down in this game. Slow it down
I don't see anyone.
Camo 15 seconds, 41.
He's at P-Street.
I don't see him. He's not there.
The window weak, Ninja.
Camo 10, camo 10. 41 camo.
I'm in P.
Yeah, red car. Where?
They're P-Street.
P3,
P3. One shot P3. Watch out, there's 3. Nice. Another one there. Kill him.
Camo's up now, camo's up now.
The window.
He fell P1.
Yeah, camo.
Let's go. He's one shot. Got camo. Nice. Stay alive, guys.
I'm gonna watch blue 2. I'm gonna get blue 2 right now.
36.
One down 5, guys.
I'm blue. What? Do we get camo?
Yeah, 36. I burned it.
Alright. You have camo?
I burnt it.
Oh.
I'm not going for that though.
And a bubble air. Oh.
Push your blue car. Push your 2 of them. 2 of
Putting
them.
your feet on. I'm going
Blue
P2.
car, 2 of them.
3. Other one, Aiden. Back up. I'm shooting full car.
What? Nice, another one there. Please.
Stay alive, Aiden.
Watch out, window.
Fuck. All right, blue 2,
Stay
blue
alive,
2.
guys.
Stay alive, stay alive.
Take one's pushing my car.
Blue P attic, blue P attic.
Only down by 5.
Blue P attic, so I can't help you, so. Trying to get to you, so.
All right, so we just saw a perfectly executed rush from Team Renegades there. You saw it was a little bit too much and overwhelming for the Allegiance roster. They're now up 46 to 41. We're back on board with Ninja. You heard the Allegiance guys talking about how there were way too many players coming and they could not handle it, but still a 4-kill game here. It's not over just yet.
Right, and we saw them take that 11-kill lead and bring it down to 3, and right now 46-43. It's amazing how close Allegiance is able to keep this game, and just like that, great play out of Spartan, hiding underneath the bubble, catching L-Town off guard.
A big place for Spartan here. He might try to get that second one. No, so it stays 48 to 45 actually now back on board with Ninja.
And I don't know what to expect here coming out at the end of this game. Oh, that is such a crucial kill, but just
yes,
wasn't
indeed.
enough.
So you see Ninja take a hand to his brow just now, very clutch to close that game out. I have to say, in the end, we heard the listen-in with this squad right here, Team Allegiance, and you might have heard, I think it was Kratos saying, there's 3 coming bubble, there's 3 coming bubble, and you know, when you have those coordinated pushes, it was just at the perfect time where they caught their opponents off guard. They're able to do it time and time again, and they close out the victory there. Let's take a look at stats.
Right, and as we were talking about Stellar throughout that game, great performance from him, 17 and 11.
Spartan too, 16, 11, and 10. Big numbers from him as well.
Right, and definitely part of the reason why Ninja was probably pretty happy at the end of that game is it wasn't his best performance, but it doesn't matter if you win.
You did see him wipe the sweat off his forehead there, as that was a close game there, 50 to 46. For a second, I thought Allegiance might be able to rally back, but Stellar, a great performance from him. Spartan the Dog, I don't think we saw enough of his point of view because he was obviously doing a lot of damage too throughout that match. We were on board with Stellar a lot. He's one of the newer faces in the pro Halo scene. He's doing work here at the X Games, but now Elamite all tied up 1-1.
Right, and we saw some great plays with Spartan, like that sword kill, the sword beatdown he had in the attic there. Huge plays out of him, picking up those kills, grabbing those assists. And after watching a 3-0, couple-minute game on Capture the Flag Coliseum, I did not expect Renegades to come out here and actually take Truth Slayer.
That's right. It proves that these teams certainly have very, very strong game types, right? There's aspects of Halo 5 that they are very talented at, certain game types that they favor. Here, Allegiance, and with one of the fastest Coliseum CTFs we've seen here, and then Renegades, of course, able to answer back 50-46. But if we're looking at the scoreboard as an indicator of what's to come, right, Renegades really squeaked by there with a 4-kill victory in Slayer. That's not a large margin. If we had to guess, then Allegiance might have the upper hand throughout these game types, but it all comes down to these last-minute decisions, right? And especially when you have a game that's so close, 50 to 46. For example, if they had been able to shut down that rush that we saw from the Renegades, that car push, I think we could have seen a very easily a tied game there. So we're going to have to see what happens. Game number 3 is going to be Strongholds on Plaza.
Right, and one thing I want to point out is, clearly Allegiance was the better team on Coliseum. Truth, anybody's game right now, or right there, but as we saw, Renegades, that early big lead they got was just too much for Allegiance to overcome. Game 3, I know that both of these teams are ridiculously good at Plaza, so I am really curious to see who's going to be able to set up better and actually take this one.
Oh, certainly, me too. Especially when you look at everything that is in play here, where the sniper rifle might end up, exactly which team might be able to get Snipe 3, control top mid, and lock down that back corner. I mean, in the last series, I believe it might have been, I think it was Liquid and Epsilon that play there. I think it was Ace who turned on a player. It was a snipe drone. I think Ace, your younger brother, turned on him with a SMG there on that bottom, and that totally changed the course of the game, the control of the back area. So we'll have to see which team is going to be able to do it here, but it's going to be Strongholds on Plaza game number 3. As a reminder, teams are playing to 100 points to win, and once again, 12 minutes on the clock. Generally, we don't see that clock go all the way down, though. One team usually is able to close it out.
Right, yeah, the Plaza games, unlike some of the Slayers that we see in the Capture the Flags, really don't go the full extended length there. Also, talking about Plaza, I'm really curious to see who's going to grab that first overshield here to start this game, and whether or not any team actually pushes and tries to grab Yard to start this game, as we saw some teams just absolutely leave that, run right through it, trying to help control Sniper and bottom mid, or whether or not they're actually going to go for that.
All right, kicking things off here with Ninja. Him and his team were quite successful there. Ninja is actually going to push low for the camo, be successful here. Let's see what he's going to be able to do, and he wisely backs down from him. Nade's coming in, but my gosh, I love what I saw from L-Town. L-Town there, swoops in there with the SMG to say no to the camo. They already have one stronghold. Yes, that's going to be two. They're, of course, going to leave Yard, and they are looking good. Allegiance with a very, very vicious start to this match.
Right, and you can tell Allegiance's experience here. They knew exactly what they wanted to do to kill the camo guy, prevent Renegades from having that, and they collapsed on that.
Yep, they're going to try to trap him in loop, it looks like. We'll see if they'll be able to do that. Going to go for this trip cap. I don't think anything else is even being contested, and will L-Town get that? It looks like he did not get that, so they will still maintain control of two of them, not to worry. Now over to Naded, who is here defending and moving across back over to loop.
And I can't even stress how important that kill right there just was. Preventing them from grabbing that hill and building or grabbing that 3 cap. Huge plays from Ninja.
Yes, indeed. Ninja throwing down the ground pound, but it was unnecessary as his team had already cleaned up the kill. So far, 16 unanswered points as Naded is sneaking around trying to find his enemy, who is likely around Plaza, Cafe, Flowers, up in that area. But Naded and crew doing well. I also have to mention off screen, Kratos does have the railgun as well down at the garbage truck bottom mid. Meanwhile, L-Town picking up a kill, Naded picking up a kill. We have complete control here from Allegiance, Kyle.
Right, and I loved what I just saw in Naded there as well. He was hiding in the circle of the tramp, just crouching behind. Wasn't even really watching all that much, just waiting for call-outs from his teammates.
That's right. Now the light rifle is in the hands of Suspector. We'll see if he can stay alive for a brief moment, as it looks like he's going to get some hit markers there on that grenade. L-Town once again picks up the kill. I think we've seen L-Town in that kill feed quite a few times, cleaning up these kills. We know he's doing work as well. We'll have to jump on board with him in a minute. Look at that little trick jump there, up into the bridge area, all the way over to Flowers. Might try to flank around and clean up some extra kills here at the Cafe, but it looks like his team has already loved that. You know, that's an immediate sign, right, that that's a great communication, right? They stress that there's a player alive still in Hotel, and Suspector picks up a double kill with that light rifle. Listening to his call-outs, excuse me, a triple kill there with that. And the camo, they are looking good. Total control, 45-0. This is Team Allegiance at its finest.
Right, and this has been Allegiance's game right from the start. They were able to collapse on the camo guy, get the kill there, and if you weren't paying attention, that was a triple kill. Another Halo 5 gold rec pack out there for you on
but
the
I have
screen.
to say, it's a quality railgun play that came from the other side of Renegades. That player will fall momentarily. We have 4 dead for Renegades, so we'll stay with Suspector here off of the, 4 dead for the other side as well, so we'll have to see exactly how this is going to play out if the other squad here, Allegiance, can get back into this match.
Right, Renegades did go all 4 down, trying to get that basement hill. It was only allowing them to capitalize and grab 2 seconds here, so they're definitely going to need to have a lot more than that if they stand any chance in this game, as Allegiance is running away with this one.
Yeah, they really are. It's 58-2. They finally lose Nest. That's going to give the enemy team a bit of time to score, but they'll really have to do some work. We'll go over to Ninja on the other side, as his team is going to try to get back in this match. But what a deficit they have here, of over 50 points down here right around now, rounding that 50-point mark as they get exactly 8-58. But they're going to have to slow this game down, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it against Allegiance.
Right, and they are putting themselves in better position here now. You do have Railgun in the hands of Spartan, and you do have them finally grabbing, for the first time in the game, almost 4 minutes in, control of Sniper and bottom mid.
Right, so they also, Ninja now having Shotgun, like you said, they finally have these 2 key hills, which are widely regarded as the superior hills. You can trap the enemy on the other side of the map, but Ninja may be overextended here. No, I may be mistaken. That's a fine trade that he got just then. Let's go ahead and go over to Suspector through the respawn. I also want to go to Allegiance listening, because they just lost total control of the map, and that went to in the hands of Renegades.
Right, and this is a triple cap for Renegades, and you know, even though Ninja did miss a couple shotgun shots there, he's able to stay alive long enough, get some more damage out there, throw a good nade, and created the opportunity for that triple cap.
That's right, so let's go ahead and jump now on board with Naded as well as a Team Allegiance listening.
He's one shot on it. There's the all-going truck,
I'm here, Carlos.
Guys, we gotta get Yard here. Yeah, I'll get Yard here.
What do you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Yard. No, don't help. Just watch Nats, Go to Nats, one shot. Go to Let's weak, guys. Let's go to Let's weak.
Nice. Get everything.
Bottom mid, right now, he's tickets.
Alright, we get Yard.
Got him.
Nice,
I'm watching Yard. Nice. Can I watch Yard or no?
Bottom mid.
Yeah, 100%.
Got one.
Adam, reset that. I'm looking, I don't see him. Spotted me, minivan, I think.
Let's see this guy. Yeah. Weak bottom soda. He's one shot.
For weak.
I'm real good. Where are they?
Yard, I'm dying maybe. I might die.
Let him have it. Don't dash
Okay. I have shotty still. I'm one shot, I need help. Garden ledge.
Watch that flowers.
Trying to live, man.
Where are you, Aiden? Where? Where's he going? Just two there.
top yellow.
Yeah, I'm going up to Nest right now. Nest right now.
Top middle.
Yeah, top mid right now.
We can Nest. Did he help you, Nest?
I got it for top BR.
Nest is one shot ninja.
Be alright with railgun. Be alright with railgun, guys.
See that,
All right, and back on board here with Nated of Team Allegiance. Take a look at this team score. It's 82-44. They're about to get Nest once again. They could close this out very quickly to take game number 3 as long as they keep playing their game. But very quickly, it looks like they lost. I'm not sure exactly which stronghold to take a look across. It looks like they lost Yard, but they're regaining it again. So they might have control as we go over to L-Town.
Right, and this is the first time, I think, that I've ever seen so many triple caps by both teams. They're just taking turns triple capping on each other. And whether or not it's the triple caps that are creating the opportunities for the other teams to push out and gather control.
No, that's a great point. That's usually what is the case, right? Whenever you see a team pushing out and kind of fully flooding these strongholds, it oftentimes overextends themselves. So that gives the enemy team almost the ability to push right back down, right? Because they push that advantage. So looks like we have Renegades still putting points on the boards, but excellent heads-up play there from Nated. Tries to make something else happen too, but eventually he will fall. Victory X also dies. So does Spartan the Dog. All 4 dead on Renegades for a moment, but we'll go to Stellar here as they're not down by that much, Kyle. They're at a point where they could still bring it back, but just as quickly as they say that, they lose Nest, so they're going to try to grab Yard.
Right, and there's a fight in Yard here right now. Really important for Stellar to win that, and he in fact does, but we're getting close to the end of the game now.
That's right, Suspector, of course, has that camo, so it looks like, as we look at the score here, still, Allegiance is up 88-64, but they do not have control. They only have Nest right now as we take a look across it, if anyone is able to grab something. And right now, we do have Nated trying to sneak bottom mid. So Nated actually, he bails on bottom mid and is going to try to maybe still get time because he does have help here. I think they're going to be able to grab it here if they don't have too much pressure. Yes, a good job, but enemies are collapsing at him, but look at that distraction metal earn. He's able to get that, and that's what it is, Kyle, right? You need to put yourself down there and hope your teammates give you the help.
Right, and that was a great grenade by Nated as well there, throwing it underneath the car. Yeah, so huge plays by him. Great opportunity locking down that bottom mid.
You know, I'm loving seeing from Allegiance is their late game, right? They don't choke late in the game. We haven't seen that from them yet this weekend, and I'm not expecting to if they keep this up. Take a look at the scoreboard, 97-70. This could be it. They are flooding bottom middle, though, so let's go to L-Town, see if he can stop that push. He's going to be able to pick up another one as well. Oh, the teamwork is too strong. That's going to be it. L-Town erupts there, and he is excited for that win. They win 100-70. Like I said, Allegiance has a very strong late game. They seem to really get coordinated towards the last few minutes of the match.
Right, and what we saw there at the end, Nated jumping into the hill, the rest of Allegiance collapsing on the hill, that was to prevent any kind of capture time for Renegades to go over.
I think we saw 21 and 10 from Kratos there. Very big numbers on the other side, of course, that seeing significantly lower numbers there from Victory X as well as some of the other players. But Kratos, 21 and 10. Very big numbers. Everyone else on his team going max of +4. That's the Spectre, but he went a +11 there. Big stuff from him.
Right, and yeah, and Victory can't be happy with his performance there, having 3 kills. You know, when you have looking at a Kratos with 21
right,
kills.
7 times the amount of kills that you had. It's a very significant margin that we're seeing on the opposite sides of those scoreboards. So that means that Team Allegiance will go up 1-0. Ninja and Spartan the Dog will have a moment to talk about that last match as they get ready for game number 4, which I believe is going to be Fathom capture the flag.
And Renegades really didn't play that very poorly either. I think they did pretty well.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of what they had to offer as far as capitalizing on those triple caps. You know, it would be really interesting to see what would have happened if both teams weren't consistently or constantly going for those triple caps.
Which isn't what we always see, right? Typically, we see a little bit more of exchanging around bottom middle, which might transition out to all the way up to Nest. But Fathom CTF is going to be our game number 4. Taking a look at the series so far, Allegiance able to win games number 1 and 3. And like I said, whenever I see a 50-46 on the scoreboard after a 3-0, Kyle, that to me tells that Renegades, they won the Slayer. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be too strong objective-minded. And keep in mind, 3 of the 5 game types are objective. And not only that, but 3 of the first 4 game types are objectives, which means that any team who is stronger on the objective department is likely going to win the series before we go to Game 5. We'll have to see if that's the case in Fathom as well.
Right, and one thing I want to take a look at as well is to kind of see how that Twitter poll is adapted now that we just saw that game number 2 or game of victory and exactly how close that was there. So we are looking at 45% to 55% here in favor of Renegades. So it's not a whole lot has changed.
No matter what you do here, Allegiance can't get the votes here from all of you voting on Twitter, but 45 to 55, like you said, still the case. But game number 4, as a note, Kyle, this is going to be the first time that fans see Fathom capture the flag here at X Games. So you're going to see a little bit of a different background and battleground here as these teams duke it out to play CTF, which plays very different from all the other CTF maps, right? This map is built long ways, right? You really stretch it out when you spawn. You can't sprint straight to the enemy's base. You really need to choose a side to push out to.
Right. Obviously, controlling top center is hugely important here.
Right.
You have that railgun up there, and especially on this map, if you're top center with the railgun, there are so many lines of sight in order to get kills. You can absolutely see one player just completely take over the game and pick up 3, 4, and up 7, 8 railgun kills.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and even I think equally important is exactly how you time that top mid control with that flag run. Exactly when does a player need to chase a kill, finish a kill? When do you drop down to grab weapons? Exactly when you're watching areas like silo or bottom middle. So we'll have to see. I have to say that what I saw from Allegiance on both games number 1 and 3 were these excellent openings, right? They have these great openings that get them the lead and put points on the board. I want to see if that's exactly what we're going to see. Last time we saw them play CTF, it was an under 4-minute victory. Are they going to have as an equally successful opening strategy for Fathom, which is the map on your screen right now?
Right, and definitely really interested to see as we've got a couple members pushing out, going bottom center. It looks like they're going right in.
Yep, let's take a look, see where that camo might have fallen. I do believe we saw an early burn, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, so Ninja actually picked up that camo, tried to get away, but was taken out, so we won't have to worry about that for another 2 minutes here.
That's right, that railgun is still up. L-Town has his eye on it. He also wants to push out towards his silo. He's able to get all the way over to Treehouse, but it looks like another player is trying to push into his base. But I think his team is in a good position to clean up this player. That was Ninja, who maybe got a little bit over-aggressive, but Naded will fall as well. So finally, it looks like L-Town will find his way top middle, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that railgun has gone down. We got to look across the screens to see exactly where that might have gone, but Ninja is actually the only player alive for Renegades. We'll go over to him for a moment.
Right, and a great play by him. He does pick up a quick kill. He has the light rifle in his hand, but he only had 1 shot with it left there, so he is quickly taken out by nades.
That's right, now over to Naded here. We're 1 minute into this match, so not as quite a strong objective start that we're now been spoiled with seeing Team Allegiance do, right? But still, they're trying to make something happen here, but we will go over to Kratos, who will be respawning in just a moment. But just as quickly as I say that, he's got a Victory X pushing into his base. Let's see what Victory is up to, trying to stay alive on his opponent's flag, but look at that push. That is such great coordination, right? I mean, the second there's a player alive on your base, Kyle, you got to clear him out, and they send 2 players immediately right at him.
Right, and Victory's got to be pretty happy with the start to this game. I've seen him pick up at least 2 kills here already, so he's already 2/3 of the way into his last game.
Very true, but in terms of his numbers on the board, but looks like that flag is now out. Ninja has pulled it for the Renegades side. They will lose a teammate, though. That means they can't go right away. Will he be able to get these shots on Naded? Desperately trying to move the flag across the map, and looks like, yes, Spartan will clean that flag up, so Renegades is poised to bring this thing back.
Right, and we saw how dominant.
But I don't like where Suspector is. I got to switch over. Suspector is top middle. That's really going to stop them, but no, actually, that will go down. So we'll see if Naded is in any position to stop this flag as we take a look across, and it's still going to be 0 on the board. That flag is now going in. I do believe that railgun is still top middle, so we'll have to see if they're going to be able to bring this all the way home. Taking a look at the screens, and it looks like, yes, indeed, looks like Renegades will get the first flag of the game, and it looks like Naded now with camo on screen.
Right, so Allegiance actually backed up and decided to give up that flag, and one of the reasons they decided to do so is because camo was actually spawned and Naded giving up that. They also had railgun top center for Renegades, so if anything, if they had tried to stop that, I would anticipate almost a double cap as opposed to...
There's a time where you have to really accept your losses and move on. Think about the next priority. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure where that stellar railgun came from. It was bottom middle. Take a look at this, and we do have Renegades now trying. Look at these light rifle shots. Oh, but my goodness, some good shots there as well. So now we'll go over to Suspector. On the death screen, you see Naded trying to do something here as we'll keep an eye on that flag, which is still out. But we'll go. He spawns with Naded, so they might be able to get a touch here. Right,
and what we were talking about before the game started, how dominant and good you can be with the railgun. Stellar drops down, picks up 2 quick kills, but perfect return by Ninja.
That's right, and that flag is going to go in once again. So Allegiance is now down 2-0. We got to go over to Renegades. We got to see what they're doing. We'll get a listen and ready with Renegades in just a moment as they're up 2-0. See if they can close this out. And what a different CTF match we're seeing here.
Right, and this is the exact opposite of what we saw on Coliseum here. Renegades just coming out so strong, and some more great shots by Ninja playing defense.
And Ninja there gets assassinated, but we'll stay on board with Victory X. He's the only player alive for Renegades for a moment. His flag is out, but let's go. That's a great stop, big stop there. He also needs to stay alive if he can. Let's go into a listen-in now with Renegades.
Back to me.
To the post.
Watch your corner, watch your corner.
Tell me.
Came up 50, guys. Came up 50. I don't die. I died. I'll pour it. 20 seconds came up. 20 seconds came up. Came up 50. Guys, play.
Two more.
Ain't it pulling it.
We're shot on porch.
10 seconds came up. 10 seconds.
Not in front.
Alto's one shot. They're engine.
Camo's 50. Camo's 50. Camo's 50. Get Camo.
I'm on it.
I'm on Camo.
It's around
I'm on
50.
Camo.
It's around 50. We don't have an exact time. We don't have. All right, nice.
I got melted. I got melted.
It's fine.
We're gonna go our pit probably.
Their silo. Their silo to their silo.
Our splinter.
Nice. One more. Their silo. Our tree. Our tree.
Our tree's one shot. Nice.
Another one on shares. Another one there.
Guys, I flanked their elbow.
Help Tyler Captus. Get Tom in. Get Tom in control.
I'm going in.
I'm going on shares. Tom.
Ty, I'm pushing.
The window on me.
Keep running, Ninja.
Dude, I got fucking blank rail. Kratos on the
We're
re-weak.
fine. We're fine.
Alto's one. Alto's one shot.
Kratos on the re-weak. One dead and on their BR. Full shield with the railgun. He's just sitting there. He's going to
There's
treehouse.
splinters. There's splinters.
One shot their treehouse.
No,
One shot red tree.
I don't see him.
We're fine. Chill. No, you're good.
Kill me.
Railgun's there, BR.
Be in our
Railgun there,
shares,
BR.
Kratos.
He knows you're there, Tyler.
Coming our silo.
There's silo,
There's two. They're
towards
tree
To our
weak.
treehouse. To the treehouse.
On him in. Nice, Ninja.
I traded.
We're fine.
One shot on
Middle
shares,
red
guys.
bridge.
Naded or is it Kratos? He's in our
Keep being
shares.
aggressive, guys.
Our stickies somewhere.
He's weak.
We're all on can. There's like 3 there. There's 3 there. I'm going to jump top middle. Stay
Live,
alive.
live, Brayden. Our treehouse.
I killed one. Kratos
Two
weak.
guys.
Kratos weak. Our tree.
2v2.
We can kill him. Tyler can ninja.
2 there. There's 2 there. I got one.
To our treehouse.
Alpha
One
one
more
shot.
treehouse.
Ty, you're by yourself.
Cam, I'm with
One
you.
shot.
I'm
Where's
gonna go
he
top
going?
Cam.
He's still there. He's hiding on the plasma rifle. I'm the storm rifle still.
Nice. We're fine.
I got him.
We're good.
Kratos one.
They're
Kratos
Jen.
is two shots their flag.
They're Jen.
Kratos is two shots their flag.
He's one shot their treehouse. One shot treehouse our
I
side.
got naded. He's our silo to your right, Sparty.
Dude. Suspect just
All right,
recalling
and
out.
through that, Renegades is able to maintain control here, however, not yet putting the third flag cap in. As we take a look at their screens, it looks like Ninja trying to push out of his base. Spartan the Dog is already across the map, and it looks like the flag is out, though. L-Town for Allegiance is starting that flag run.
Right, and Allegiance, they realize that Renegades got 2 quick caps off of them. They were able to change the pace of this game, put one in themselves, and they have the second one out right now.
Right now, L-Town knows he needs to get back to his base. He does have some help there. It looks like from a teammate. That's actually going to be Kratos, so he's trying to get this run in. I think we're going to see a 2-2 game here. Yes, indeed. Allegiance ties up the game with the flag cap. Just under 6 minutes left. Still anyone's game here. Of course, if Allegiance wins this with the next flag cap, they will win the series. Renegades could potentially force a game 5.
Right, and I do want to touch base a little bit more on Allegiance and their playstyle in general, now as opposed to some of the earlier online qualifiers, as they actually went through and won the online qualifier without winning an objective game in some of the series. So what we're seeing out of them now is they've won both objective games so far.
Right, could be a very different Allegiance that we're seeing here, and potentially a tournament-winning Allegiance if they're able to keep this up. Here, it looks like great help there. So L-Town is running this flag, though, so Allegiance right here really turned this game around. Keep in mind, they were down 0-2, so we'll go over to Naded, who's going to try to keep this flag run going. I believe he'll try to get a grab here.
Right, almost got the return, but unfortunately wasn't able to. And
looks like Kratos there was trying to get the grab. He actually had some more help from a teammate you see as well. Suspector is also still around. So they were about 4 players into that flag cap. They were pretty committed to it. However, they're not able to get it. Both flags are going to be returned back at home.
Right, and this is a really crucial time now. As you were discussing before, the tournament seeding is on the line here right now. Whether or not we will see a game 5, we've got another 4.5 minutes to kind of determine that. Although, if it is still like this, it being at 2-2, we're going to go into overtime.
That's right. So let's see, as Kratos is trying to push across the map, I've seen great displays from both sides. Earlier, it was Renegades who was cleaning up every kill top middle, and now it looks like it's Allegiance. Once again, they've sent 3 players for this flag cap and 1 player top middle. They are poised to try to get a pull here, and yes, indeed, it's going to be Kratos still moving this flag across. I'm trying to see if anyone on Renegades is in position to stop the flag, and yes, indeed, it's Victory X who is going to give some trouble in the front of that base, but Kratos getting inside the door is so huge. He will fall, though, so let's go to Victory X, who's trying trying to defend this flag here. There's 2 members of Allegiance trying to get into the base. They are going to get the pull. I believe that's going to be it. No, Spartan the dog with a big stop there. Let's go over to Spartan.
That is just a ridiculous play. Great heads-up play by Spartan.
And the return.
Getting that return.
The very last second, it looked like they were going in, but Spartan the dog said no. He got the flagpole, he got the kill, and now he's running this across top middle. Looks like he has some help. He's going to help. Oh my gosh! And you have to wonder about that play if it was the right decision. Now over to Nated falls as well, so we'll go to Suspector, who's trying to keep this alive. He's going to get the pull as well.
And that's a double kill out of Suspector right here. Now running the flag. This is a ridiculous ending sequence here for this last flag. We've got Railgun in the hands of Kratos right now as well, trying to put down some cover fire.
Yes, indeed, but I believe his flag carrier that was nated was killed, so they're going to need to slow down for just a second, but Kratos landing these kills is going to make it easy. Yes, they're starting that run, and Kratos is locking down this silo. That flag is being brought in. It's the Spectre who's running it, trying to slide it in. Yes, indeed, they send 2 players there, and Allegiance will win this series 3-2. What a fantastic ending indeed.
That is probably my favorite ending that I've seen so far at this tournament. That was crazy back and forth between both teams. And keep in mind that it was 2-2. Like, that flag actually determined the winner. We saw Kratos fumble the flag initially going into the door. If that had not happened, he might have been able to cap that first flag. But instead, we saw another 10 or so, 15 kills played out that game.
That's right. So looking at the numbers, 22 kills from Suspector, the most in the game, and the only player to cross that 20 kill threshold. I mean, look at it, 9:12 on the clock. For context, that was well over double the length of the first match we saw. So that gives you a little taste of how long these CTF matches can actually take as these teams try to feel each other out. But there's a key moment in that match, a key factor in that match for me, Elamite, and that's that Allegiance was constantly, when I saw them running a flag, they had 3 or 4 players in position to do it, right? And when they stopped the flag, they sent 2 players back to their base to make sure that they cleared everyone out. They were really moving as a unit. I don't know if I saw that from Renegades. Renegades had a lot of slaying ability in the opening, but Spartan the dog getting that last flag pull and stop and return, and look like they were going to run it. However, once again, Allegiance, they got together, they regrouped, and they ran the flag once again. Big shout out to Kratos at the end. His railgun play to keep that flag alive. Keep in mind, there's a player pushing out from their side. He was at his silo. He's able to get that 1 railgun kill. Even though Nated dies, he doesn't panic. He picks up 2 more kills and waits for another player to get that. So Kratos just fulfilling that role. Allegiance is able to win the series 3-1. Allegiance will have the top seed out of Group A. We'll see them play more tomorrow. Renegades with the 2nd seed. And lastly, tonight we're going to see CLG versus Dream Team in just a bit.
You know, I don't know if it's too late, but I was just thinking back on some of the great plays that we saw there. We didn't give out a code for Spartan the Dog's flag return.
We should have.
Because it doesn't get more clutch than that.
That's right. I mean, for a moment there, it looked like he was going to be, that was going to be the moment of the match. When we were watching, I believe it was from a 3rd player perspective, and we just saw the player was lit up and had been identified and spotted, and they were about to come in, but Spartan the Dog said no. So a big pull there. However, it's not enough for Renegades. As we kind of suspected, the scorelines told the story a bit. They did not have enough to defeat Allegiance. So I believe Allegiance is 3-0 coming out of the group stage.
Right. I mean, we've seen just fantastic play out of Allegiance here across the board. I also want to highlight on that game that for Allegiance to win that 3-2, going down to almost the length of the game, they were down 2-0 right off the start of the game. And it's a whole nother ball game there.
And almost for the entirety of the match. I mean, at least 50% of the game, they were down 2-0. Renegades had top mid control. But I have to say, eventually, we saw Allegiance start to move and really overwhelm the enemy base. Big plays from Kratos at the end of the match as well that secured them that win. I believe we do have an interview on the floor with Nated. Ben, what's going on?
Thanks, bro. Down here with Nated, of course. #1 North American seed coming in. Didn't disappoint. Haven't dropped any matches whatsoever in your groups. How's it feeling right now?
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you to my teammates, man, for stepping it up that series. I definitely didn't play that well, so freaking good job, man, to everybody. That was freaking incredible.
Talk to me about that last map there, because I was watching. It seemed as if there was a little bit of a misplay that came in, followed by just a lot of screaming and a lot of shouting. What exactly happened?
Honestly, I don't know. There's just so much screaming and shouting. I was just pressing buttons, praying something happened on my screen. That was good. But yeah, man, dude, honestly, you got to give those guys credit, though. They played well, and, you know, we just happened to clutch it out.
It was a fantastic game. It really was. You're now, of course, the #1 seed coming out of your group. That begs the question I have to ask you. Who would you rather be facing, Evil Geniuses or CLG? Because there is still a possibility of a three-way tie in the opposite group.
Really? Okay. Well, I mean, both those teams are so good. I mean, really, it's like pick and choose your poison. I mean, at that point, you know, it's. I mean, EG definitely. I mean, both teams replaced one of their players, so they're still getting used to their, new guys. So, I mean, they're probably. I mean, CLG beat EG 3-0, but there was some, happenings with the settings or whatever happened there. But I don't know, man. It's whatever. We're just gonna focus on ourselves, just keep working hard, and talk shots tonight.
You guys have done a fantastic job. Congratulations once again. For myself and Eddie, that's going to do it for this interview. Going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, though, last game of the night.